Scouting has influenced my life in a number of ways. I didn't do scouting as a youth. I became involved in scouting with my son Grant. And so I've been influenced by him and his friends and the fun that they have in scouting. It has also reinvigorated in me a love of the outdoors. Prior to joining scouting with Grant, I didn't do as much hiking and kayaking and things outdoors that I had done as a youth, and I got reinterested in those. And that's been a true pleasure that I can enjoy both with Grant and other scouts as well as my family. I've also learned that the world's going to be okay. There's a lot of really smart, intelligent, extremely motivated youth that are going to lead this country and the world in the future, and I'm very happy to see that. I've had a lot of memorable experiences in scouting. One that stands out to me was my first trip with the troop to West Point to see a football game. I had never been. It was at that time the largest scouting event that I had ever been to. We were blessed with wonderful weather. We had a great group of scouts and a great group of parents that went with us, and so it was just a really, really enjoyable time. The pageantry of the game and the ceremonies that happened before the game were really wonderful to see, and our scouts really, really had a good time, and that made it satisfying. From going to the football game to hanging out the night before to having dinner afterwards and sort of fooling around and getting to tour West Point. It was a real eye-opener for me as far as how big the scouting movement was and sort of the things that I could look forward to doing with my son and the other scouts that we would enjoy and get a lot out of. There are a lot of people I would like to thank for my time in scouting. If I named 20 adult leaders that I've worked with in Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts, and the OA, there'd be 20 I forgot. I want to thank all of them who've helped me tremendously throughout the years, giving me guidance, asking me to do things, recognizing that I could contribute to the scouting movement and what we were doing in all those organizations. I'd also like to thank my son Grant. Grant is the reason I got involved in scouting, and so I want to thank him for asking me to become involved and keep asking me to be involved throughout all of the adventures that he's had in scouting, up to and including his Eagle Scout Award. Lastly, I'd like to thank the rest of my family, my wife Lisa and my daughter Elena. For every scouter that's out there working with scouts, there are oftentimes a sibling or a spouse that's left at home to hold down the fort and don't have that adult scouter around to do things with. And so both Elena and Lisa have always been extremely supportive of my involvement in scouting and understand that there are times where I can't be at home and they hold down the fort, and I'm forever grateful for them doing that.